Let go of the fear, let go of the worry, let go of the stress, and let God guide you. There's one thing that I know for sure, that if you have a calling placed on your heart, a mission from God, God's placed that purpose on your life, then you do have a responsibility to carry it out, no matter how you're feeling about it. And we can feel all sorts of things about our mission and about our purpose. We can feel scared, terrified, paralyzed even by it. We don't know what to do. We don't know the next step. We don't let God guide us. We think we have to figure it all out ourselves. And one of the things that I've done recently is just turn my business over to God. A business, my life, and I'm following step by step His guidance. So I don't have to figure it all out every step of the way that I've been used to for so many years in running my business. But I want to encourage you, because I know what it's like to have that call placed on your heart. And every day when you wake up, you feel it, you know it. It's the first thing you think about, even if you try and suppress it. It's the last thing you think about at night, even though you might try and block it out. But I do know that God hasn't given you this purpose and this mission to go and sit in a corner and keep it all to yourself, has He? I think you'll agree with me on that, right? The time is never going to be right. The stars are never going to be in the correct alignment. You're never going to feel the right feelings at the right time. And also, you're never going to know enough, that eternal search for knowledge. What's the next answer? What's the next piece of missing advice that I haven't found yet? What's the secret? There's all these obstacles that you can keep putting in your way that will delay and delay and delay, or at least slow down your progress. And it's stopping you from doing the work that you're here to do. It's natural for you to feel like imposter syndrome and that you don't belong here, and what are people going to think, and what are people going to say, and what authority have you got to do what you're going to do? Well, let me tell you, you've got God's authority. You don't need a human being's authority. You can declare yourself whatever it is that you are, whatever it is that God says you are. I am who God says I am. It doesn't matter what Joe Blogs or whoever down the street, Mrs. Smith down the street says about me, or what impression they've got of me. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you follow your Heavenly Father's word and guidance, because He knows you, He's created you, He's made you, every inch of you, every cell in your body, your soul, your heart, and He has placed this mission and calling on you. You can't expect everyone to get it and understand it and go with it. But my point is, don't let the eyes or the perception of other people stop you from doing what you're here to do. You're going to make mistakes, and you're going to stumble, and you're going to be fearful, and you're going to question yourself more than anything else. But you're going to get up again. You're going to take the next step. You're going to be made even better and stronger by your mistakes. I know from every so-called mistake I've made, I've learned. I've been able to adjust. I've been able to move around it, grow from it, learn from it. And of course, you're not doing this on your own. There are millions of women out there, but there needs to be more of us doing this work. But also, don't forget to rely on your Heavenly Father's guidance, because God is there every step of the way. And if you don't know what the next step is, just sit and ask. And the good thing about mistakes is they aren't permanent either. They just don't last. They don't last forever. And even if you think you've made a mistake that is damaging beyond belief, and that you're never going to get over it, and that you're never going to recover, you don't know what that means in the big picture. You don't know what it means in terms of your lifetime, your time here on earth, and what your life's meaning is. And you may only get that knowledge and perspective when we go to the other side, or at the end of our lives. So you can't necessarily, with your human mind, know that mistake that you keep thinking about, or that's turning over in your mind, or that you're worried about making again, is as devastating as you feel it might be. And you might think, I don't know what to say. But you do. If God has placed a calling on your heart, then you are fully equipped with everything you need in order to step forwards and take the action that you need to take, to speak the words that you need to speak. It's never, ever too late for you to tap it into your calling. And you might think, well, so much time has gone by, I've wasted so much time. I've woken up every morning and I haven't taken the action that I know I should have. I haven't taken the action that God has shown me that I should have. I haven't taken the action, and I've just withdrawn and hid and held it into my heart and not released it out into the world. So what's the point? Because I'm never going to make up for that lost time. But let me reassure you, God says, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. So this tells us that God creates new beginnings, even when we feel like far too much time has been wasted and we can't possibly catch up. It doesn't matter. You are working in a supernatural way when you work with God, when you put God first, when you have that relationship with God. God can bring something that is new and unexpected to you. One of my favourite Bible quotes that I have here on my wall, actually: "For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And this isn't false hope, this isn't toxic hope, this is a purest kind of hope, because God is paving the way for you. God is here by your side. Even if you don't have the connection that you want or desire right now, He's not a million miles away. Just ask and you will receive. But there are people that need you right now. There are people that are waiting to hear your word. They are waiting for your next action, whether you are aware of them or not. God has shown me this beautiful image of women of influence, women all around the world in their communities, stepping forwards with a boldness that they haven't stepped forwards with before, stepping forwards with a confidence that they may never have felt before, stepping forwards and taking action despite the fear, because they know that their work is needed in the world, whether that is in their local communities or in a larger scale. Don't let fear hold you back, because you have every right to walk forwards fully in who God made you to be, equipped with the calling, the message, the purpose that God has equipped you for, and no one can stop you. You don't need anybody's permission. You've already got God's approval and permission. You do not need to walk timidly in this world. You do not need to walk fearfully in this world. God has you covered, but you can't let your fears win. But you can take the next step. And if you want to jump on a call with me, I'd be more than happy to have a chat with you about your next step, about your purpose, about living into it day by day, what that looks like, what that feels like, how you grow into it, what blossoms from it. You can start afresh every single day. You wake up renewed, empowered, if you choose to be. It's a fresh start, and it's up to us every day to make the most of it. And sometimes we are paused and we are resting and we are figuring things out, and that's natural. The important thing is to recognize when you're doing that deliberately and acknowledging, okay, this is a period that is, life and business ebbs and flows, and, what moment of that cycle that you're in, or whether you're just hanging back because you're not feeling confident that day, or you are feeling fearful, or you're anticipating somebody saying something negative to you. And it's those days that it's your duty, it's your mission to acknowledge what's happening, speak to God about your fears and worries, hand that over to Him, and go about your business, go about your mission, go about your purpose as a powerful child of God, as a woman of influence. Let me know in the comments what next step you're going to take towards your purpose, what fear you're going to address and let go of, how you can deepen your relationship with God, or even what video you would like me to make next.